Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I wanted to present about some articles. The title of the article is Autonomous Learning Strategy for Academic Speaking by English Education Department Student. So before we start talk about this article, let me introduce myself. My name is Marlantinus Wair, and I came from I am a Unimuda student. My major is English education. Alright, well, before we go into the material, let me show you the list of the content. So, the first is introduction, and next is literature review, and the next is hypothesis, methodology, and the next implementation, result, and the last one is conclusion. Alright, we start with the introduction. So, autonomous learning emphasizes student responsibility for their own learning process, with control over learning choice, freedom to choose learning method and resource, and the reflection on the learning process. Learning strategies categorized into cognitive, metacognitive, and the social mediation assist a student in processing information, planning and monitoring learning, and interacting with others to change learning. This research aims to identify the autonomous learning strategy used by students in academic speaking classes and provide recommendations for a change autonomous speaking learning in the classroom. All right, and here we have the literature review of this article. So in the articles, they have three points. And the first is learning autonomy, and the next second is learning strategies, and the last one is academic speaking. So we start with the point one is about learning autonomy. So autonomous learning is ability to individuals to take responsibility for their own learning activities. This includes determine learning needs and the goals, choosing the most appropriate learning methods, and evaluating learning progress. And the next is learning strategy. Learning strategies are conscious action that students use to improve their learning. And the last one is academic speaking. So academic speaking skills are essential for academic and professional success. And now we're going to the hypothesis. For in this research, they have two hypotheses. The first is English student, education student at the University Muhammadiah Sorong use autonomous learning strategy academic speaking classes. And the second point is there is a positive relationship between the use of autonomous learning strategies and the improvement of the student speaking skills. And now we're going to talk about the methodology. So in this research, they choose a quantitative approach. The study employed a quantitative approach in order to get at the data. The data were taken by using a questionnaire which was administered to 20 students from English Education Department. And the implementation. This study involved 20 students of English Education Department as a participant, like I said before, where the data were collected through a questionnaire, and the result showed that the general description of student did not include specific description of the application of autonomous learning strategies in learning academic speaking, but the research found two types of autonomous learning strategy used, namely metacognitive strategies and social mediation strategies. Okay, now we're going to talk about the result of this research or this study. So the main result of this study is the identification to types of autonomous learning strategy used by English education department students in learning academic speaking, namely metacognitive strategies and social mediation strategies. Okay, and the last point is conclusion. So, autonomous learning has a positive influence on student academic speaking ability, which is identified by a positive relationship between autonomous learning and the improvement of student academic speaking ability, as well as autonomy indicators such as student ability to organize their own learning, analyze learning needs, structural learning independently, assess language learning methods, and express the method and strategy used. This study focused on two types autonomous learning strategies, namely metacognitive strategies and social medicine strategy. And for further research is recommended to examine cognitive strategies, especially in academic speaking learning, to improve the description of student autonomous learning strategy. Alright guys, thank you for staying here and watching this video. I wanted to thank you, and guys, please correct me if I have a wrong grammar, and bye bye guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.